This is Lizette Calvero. She moved to New York from Miami back in 2013 when she was just 21 years old. She moved to the Big Apple with an internship offer. With eyes full of dreams and 12,000 Instagram followers, she felt like she was living the Sex and the City dream. This is Annie Thompson. During the pandemic, she started an innocent hobby of buying the latest product to gain followers on social media. And this is Sarah Bartlett from Bristol, London. She was just simply living and maintaining a luxurious Instagram-worthy lifestyle. From the outside, they have a lot going on. Their perfect lifestyle was a reason for a lot of people's inspiration. Their followers wanted to be them, while they wanted to be someone who they were following. But behind the curtain, the situation was quite different. Even though Lizette, Annie, and Sarah, all living in different places, they had one thing in common. They were massively in debt. Lizette was financially struggling, living beyond her means to maintain her Instagram-worthy persona. She accumulated $10,000 in debt, spending on shopping sprees, designer items, and traveled purely for social media appearance. Annie, the beauty influencer, spent 7,000 pounds, which is over $8,600 in 1 year on beauty products to maintain her social media presence. And Sarah accumulated $14,540 in debt across 8 different credit cards over 6 years due to her shopping addiction, which was driven by a desire to maintain a luxurious Instagram-worthy lifestyle. Now, they were not all high earners. They were just regular people. So if they were just regular people like you and I, what or who influenced them to go in debt? You see, social media influencers have a big impact on us and our finances. They often show off their fancy life and promote their latest trends, making us buy what they have. But what's the real cost of keeping up with these influencers? Have you ever wondered how influencers accumulate so much wealth? The very influence they exert on you to spend is what fills their bank accounts. So in this video, we'll go over how social media influencers manage to influence your spending on them so they can add it to their bank account. But before we get into that, let's break down how these influencers actually make their money in different industries and hidden ways it affects you. Beauty industry. When you talk about beauty industry, you have to mention about Kardashians and their content. Okay, not that one. Kim Kardashian alone has a net worth of $1.7 billion, not even counting the wealth of the entire Kardashian clan. Kim's sister, Kylie, has also a net worth of $1 billion from her makeup line. Now, these are all good news. You cannot be a hater for them doing good. On this channel, we don't hate people who makes money. But the problem is how they have amassed this net worth, especially when they got rich off of your money. Kylie became a billionaire largely from her makeup line. Kylie Cosmetics gained over popularity thanks to her massive social media presence. Her Instagram not only promotes her makeup brand, but also promotes the unnatural and unattainable beauty standards, which is mostly fabricated by Botox and everything else that they do. Not only their actual looks are manipulated by makeup, but also photos that they share are photoshopped. When Kylie releases a new lip kit, she shares that on her gram. The millions of her fans she has rush to purchase it, even if it means stretching the budget more than just a little bit. This kind of influence leads people to prioritize spending on beauty products or trends that Kylie promotes, often at the expense of saving or investing their money. Even their younger sister Kendall is not. Why do they all look the same to me? Anyways, she's not behind from all of this. Remember that whole fiasco with the Fire Festival? It wasn't only her, but there is a lot of other influencers and models like Bella Hadid, Emily Ratajkowski, and 400 other influencers who posted that infamous orange photo at 5 p.m. December 12, 2016, all at the same time. Within 24 hours, the post reached 300 million people. Kendall herself got paid $250,000 for that post alone. And we all know what happened afterwards. The festival turned out to be a shit show. Kim Kardashian, the beauty influencer, was also charged by the SEC for promoting cryptocurrency. In June 2021, Kim Kardashian, promoted a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max, or EMAX token, on her Instagram, which was available for public to purchase. In her post, she stated, "This is not a financial advice, but sharing what my friends told me about Ethereum Max," and then encouraged her followers to swipe up and join the Ethereum Max community. She also used hashtags like #ads to indicate it was a paid promotion. This Instagram post reportedly reached about 1 in 5 US adults. But what she didn't mention on her post, that her alleged friends paid her $250,000 to advertise this crypto asset. Federal securities laws and regulations required Kim to disclose that she was paid on her social media post and to reveal how much she received. On October 3, 2022, the SEC announced that it had charged Kim Kardashian for promoting a crypto asset on her public Instagram account. In the end, Kim Kardashian reached a settlement with the SEC for a total of $1.26 million. As far as Emacs token, the project was turned out to be pump and dump scheme. You see, the Kardashian clans have made billions by setting beauty standards that are nearly impossible to meet without spending a fortune. Their entire presence on social media is about unattainable beauty standards. Their influence pushes people to spend excessively on beauty products, or rather their products stimulate their look. Beauty influencers often showcase their high-end fashion, beauty products, and even cosmetic procedures and their extravagant lifestyle, making these things seem like the keys to happiness and success. Their post gains astronomical amount of engagement, and as you already know, the attention is a new oil. They know very well how to monetize this engagement by promoting their products, which makes them more money. When you see them living this way, you might feel pressured into buying similar products and try to imitate their looks and their life, even if it's beyond your budget, just like how Sarah, Annie, and Lizette did. The desire to keeping up with the Kardashian, you see what I did there, can lead to overspending things that we don't really need and put us in a hole. The source of their wealth is what you spend on what they're selling. And once you understand that, it will help you resist the urge to splurge on unnecessary products. But some of the beauty influencers have really done good for themselves. One of the girls was Huda Katan from Huda Beauty. She has a $1 billion beauty company which all started from social media. Her products are in Sephora and all other big box stores. These are very motivating. Starting with just a camera from their bedroom, now they're proud owner of a huge beauty company. The problem lies when they try to impose the idea that their life is so much better because of what they're using, and then they try to influence you into buying their products to replicate their life. One big part of their extravagant life is the house that they live in. And speaking of real estate, hi, my name is Tasvir Mirza. For those who are new to this channel, I realize that there's more to the story of money than it meets the eye. In this channel, I try to go beyond the numbers. Feel free to join the community by subscribing below, and while you're down there, consider hitting the like button so it can reach other viewers like you. Real estate industry. Well, this one's personal. Have you ever noticed that in the last few years, there are so many shows on reality TV and on YouTube based on real estate? The life of a realtor is nothing short of a movie star. They drive expensive cars, wear expensive clothes, they go to the office at noon, they sell a couple of the houses in the year and make millions of dollars in commission. These influencers make content out of showcasing the extravagant homes and luxury properties, make these high-end places look incredibly appealing, making you consider investing in similar properties. But should their glamorous lifestyle and their presentation of such properties affect your decision-making process when considering buying a house? How do their videos influence you or your views on investing in real estate or even becoming a realtor? First, let's address a property issue. In the recent year, there have been a lot of noticeable increase in complaints related to real estate scams. For instance, a study found that 1 out of 20 Americans who have bought or sold a house in the last 3 years have experienced some type of real estate fraud. Some influencers might even earn commissions by directing their followers to buy from a specific agent or developer. So when you're watching these glamorous real estate tours, you're basically getting filtered by these agents or influencers to become a lead. These videos work like magnets, just like how it worked on people like Sarah, Annie, or Lizette. Most of these properties that these influencers promote are way above the average buyer's reach. Remember this property? It was all over YouTube as the most expensive property ever built, asking for $500 million. But do you actually know how much it got sold for? $126 million, including fees and commission. Now, I understand that the real estate is a regulated market and the property needs to be appraised by similar, like-kind properties within the 5-mile radius so that the price can be adjusted properly that the market is looking forward to paying. But you have to understand that we were and still kinda are in somewhat of a bubble. COVID prices still exist in the seller's head, the interest rates were astronomically high, and the property market was untouchable. Meanwhile, an average buyer's income didn't go up. When you put all of this into equation, an average buyer was not able to afford a house that they truly need. Because of the interest rate, their income, most buyers were not able to get approved. And the sellers were living in the pandemic prices thinking that their house worth 100 times more than what they paid for. But can they truly be blamed for it? Actually, no. Because during the pandemic, people were buying houses that were way expensive than it should have been, which gave them hope that yes, their house might be worth something that they're asking for. So when these influencers came out and said that the property that is a lot expensive than it should have been, and it's a good investment, and it's justified, that's steering the buyer into a wrong direction. These incidents can lead people to make poor financial decisions, investing in properties that don't deliver the promised returns or are falling for schemes that benefits the influencers more than the investor. These real estate influencers use flashy videos and high-pressure tactics to gain people to buy expensive courses or join exclusive investment groups. Now, when agents were not being able to move units or selling houses, then they were selling their lifestyle, showcasing their fancy cars and extravagant life to promote that being a real estate agent is nothing short of a movie star. But that's not what the reality is. I know firsthand being a realtor. It requires extremely hard work. Everyone and their mother has a real estate license. Getting the license is the easy part. You have to set yourself apart to compete with hundreds of real estate agents to make even the minimum wage. Yes, competition is good, but it's not as glamorous as they show. Long hours, hard work, and most times not even any pay before you can start making somewhat of a decent paycheck. Now, if you don't want this video to fall out of the YouTube's algorithm, consider liking this video. It helps the channel tremendously. Tech influencers. Tech influencers are everywhere, showing off the latest gadgets and devices with exciting reviews. They often show off the new phones, computers, and apps that looks like a must-have items, making you feel like that you need to have those to stay up to date. Have you ever bought a phone or any other gadgets just because an influencer was talking about it? Let me know in the comment section below. Millions of people check online reviews to look for suggestion before buying a phone or any other tech gadgets. But here's the question. Are these reviews genuine or are they just hidden paid promotion? Many influencers and their reviews promote gadgets by highlighting the best features and making them seem like an essential purchase. However, sometimes these reviews are actually just paid promotions or sponsored content, which means that reviewers might not be completely honest about the product's performance. This can lead you to spend money on gadgets that don't live up to the hype. You might end up buying a new phone or a tech device because it's been praised by an influencer, only to find out that it doesn't meet the needs or as good as it advertised. As a result of getting influenced by them, you left with a product that doesn't provide the value as you expected, draining your money and leaving you poor. Other than a few tech influencers like MKBHD or Mr. Who's the Boss, in my opinion, an honest influencer should tell you all the reasons why you should not purchase a product. In other words, they should tell you why this product may not be a fit for you in case if you don't have the need for X, Y, and Z. Well, this one's gonna get me into trouble. If you have spent any time on YouTube, you probably have come across videos on finance YouTubers who motivates people to start their own business, invest in the stocks that they have analyzed, or pursue financial freedom. While some of these creators offer valuable advice, just like this channel's shameless plug, there's a flip side to their influence. Many of these influencers promote glamorous image of entrepreneurship and investing, often downplays the risk and challenges it involves. Some of these influencers will tell you, like Grant Cardone, that if you spend a single dollar of your money on yourself, you're going to be broke tomorrow. You should invest that money in his fund. If you buy a house, you're screwed. You should give him the money instead so he can invest it for you. To influence you, that they'll tell you that they have so much money that they bought a bank like Graham Stephan and put your money in his bank. Some of them will tell you that they're an excellent realtor like Kevin Paffrath. They don't know anything but real estate and everything about real estate. Next thing you know, that he's selling his courses on how to buy stocks, and the coupon codes for those courses are always expiring tomorrow. Hell would freeze over if the coupon codes ever expire. They share their success story, luxurious lifestyle, and the easy way to make money. In fact, recently Mr. Beast faced backlash over controversial scheme. He was accused of misleading fans with promises with huge cash prizes, which believed to be a scam. These incidents highlights how influencers, even with their substantial reach and credibility, can sometimes engage practices that misleads their audience, pushing people to spend on investments that can be harmful. Remember the whole FTX fiasco? FTX was promoted by A-list celebrities, and they were promoted by finance YouTubers like Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, Andre Jake. Remember the bank that I was telling you about that Graham Stephan bought? Yes, that bank went under. Andre Jake, the finance YouTubers who promotes that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is the way to become a millionaire. I'm reluctant to advise anyone to invest their hard-earned money into cryptocurrency. Don't get me wrong, I do believe in the idea of decentralized currency. However, every single one of the coins other than Bitcoin and Ethereum does not have any particular implementation that their price can be dependent on. Same thing goes with the NFTs. Most of the YouTubers, let it be finance YouTubers or entertainment, they were all promoting NFTs like there was no tomorrow. Look at where the prices of NFTs are now. Every single one of them went down because it's not regulated, not it has any tangible asset or value to support the price. It's all man-made demand, which hypes the people to invest their money into these kind of projects, and then in reality, when the price were hyped, Most of these influencers got their money back and then some. Some influencers also share stories that turning a small investment into a fortune in just few months. This can create a fear of missing out, pushing viewers to invest their money that they can't afford to lose, hoping for similar gains. Unfortunately, when the market crashed or became volatile, many of these investors lost significant amounts of money, just like Sarah, Lizette, or Annie might have felt when they received the wake-up call. On the other hand, these influencers continued to profit from their views, sponsorship, and from selling their own courses or investment tools. At the same time, their followers were all left dealing with the financial fallout. And if you want this video not to fall from the algorithm, please consider liking this video so it can reach other viewers like you. Now, let's talk about how you can avoid falling for these influencer hype and make sure you're just not buying into their hype. To understand how influencers can push you to buy unnecessary things, let's explore Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This psychological theory explains how our desire and decisions are influenced by our different levels of needs, from basic necessities to self-fulfillment. Let's put Maslow's hierarchy of needs on 3 categories: basic needs, psychological needs, and self-fulfillment needs. Basic needs. Basic needs includes essentials like food, water, and shelter. Imagine an influencer promoting a new water bottle that claims to be essential for hydration and health. This is targeting the basic need for water, which is crucial for survival. However, if you already have a reliable water source, this product is more about added comfort than necessity. So do you really need this? Psychological needs. Once the basic needs are satisfied, people focus on psychological needs, such as safety, social connection, and a sense of belonging. A tech influencer might promote a high-end smartphone which features that enhances social connectivity, perhaps same as the last model. This appeals to your need for social belonging and safety, making you feel that having the latest gadget will improve your social standing or sense of security. While it might give you the opportunity to connect with many people, will it allow you to have meaning in those connections? Self-fulfillment needs. At the top is the self-fulfillment needs, where individuals seek personal growth and achievements. Influencers often target the higher level, presenting their products as key to their success and happiness, which can lead you to spend on items that aren't truly necessary. An influencer promoting a pricey self-improvement course, suggesting it will help you achieve personal growth and success. This target your desire for self-fulfillment, even if the course isn't essential for your current goals. Remember Lizette, Annie, and Sarah? They finally realized the differences between their needs and their wants to feed the algorithm. Lizette realized the financial strain this lifestyle was causing, and after a move back to New York in 2016, drastically changed her spending habits. By budgeting strictly and working with a financial coach, she was able to pay off her debt in 14 months. Now she lives more frugally, using renters services like Rent or Runaway to keep up with her style while managing expenses. Annie, opting for a more sustainable approach, she now focuses on using the products that she already owns and embracing a more authentic presence online. Her story highlights the financial and emotional toll of trying to maintain an influencer lifestyle, as well as the environmental impact on overconsumption. And for Sarah, after a wake-up call in 2021, when her mortgage doubled, Sarah sought counseling and began budgeting, regained control of her finances. She adopted methods like cash stuffing and zero-based budgeting, which helped her reduce her debt. If you want to learn more about budgeting, I covered that in this video. Sarah now advocates for financial education, especially in schools, to prevent others from falling into the same trap. Now, Sarah, Annie, and Lizette decided to look like a perfect Instagram models. They wanted to show off that they are wealthy and money is no object for them. But do you know that really wealthy people actually likes to look poor to dominate others? Don't believe me? Watch it in this video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. See you in this video.